Alon, Wasalon, you with the nasty past, and I'm back with another chapter read from out of Stolen Legacy. You feel me? Stolen Legacy. We we're gonna wrap this up today. Yes, we're gonna wrap this reading of Stolen Legacy up today, right now. And so you know, you get me? So you know, um, so you know, we have um, we have put it this way. It's probably going on a year. Me, um, me, reading. Doing these reads of Stolen Legacy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's time. It's really, you know what I mean. It's time for this to come to an end, and I really hope you have um, got something out of this. I know when I first read it, it didn't like me. I know that for a fact. And the um the um the last reading, that's what it was talking about. It was basically speaking about what this book gives a person that really, you know, read it. You got what I'm saying? Read it, process it, understand it. That's what it gives you. It gives you a sense of enlightenment. It gives you an understanding of who we was, why things happen the way they happen, and what are we supposed to do in the now. But like I said, once again, you know what I mean? I am the nasty pastor. We are wrapping this Stolen Legacy read up. Um, Please, you know what I mean? Let's thank Mr. George G.M. James. He is the author of this book. Let's thank him for giving us something that is so righteous, that is so not far from the truth. You get me? Because everything that I've studied, everything that I've researched, you got what I'm saying? It always comes back to Stolen Legacy. The dots always connect there. Look, let's get this reading over with. This mental emancipation or redemption, it must be remembered, has two functions. It is general, when on the one hand, the phenomenon of our unwholesome race relations is regarded as a general problem needing a general emancipation of both races in order to effect a solution. In this general sense, emancipation transcends the limitations and boundaries of race and therefore includes the whole world, white and black people, since we are all victims of the same chain of the traditional falsehood that has increased the modern world. On the other hand, emancipation or redemption is specific. When we refer to the effects of the phenomenon of unwholesome race relations upon the black people, it is freedom from such conditions that constitutes the specific function of emancipation or redemption. Let me ask you that. Do you get that though? If you know what emancipation means, right? Okay, that means you're detaching yourself from something. You understand me? Alright, now do you get the fact of the redemption of it? You get that, right? You get what redemption is? That's wrong. We digress somewhat in order to explain the terms philosophy and philosophy of redemption, believing it to be necessary before proceeding to answer the next question. How to live up to this new philosophy of redemption? How must it be worked out? Being liberated from inferiority complex by their new philosophy of redemption, which is destined to destroy the chain of false tradition which has incarcerated them. The black people must face the interpret The black people must face and interpret the world according to their new vision of philosophy. There you go. There you go. And if you go, there's some cross promoting, but if you go view this week's reading of Exodus, you know what I mean? I'm explaining that. I'm explaining that to you in that reading. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout the centuries up to our modern times, world conditions have been influenced by two phenomena which has affected human relations. And one of the phenomena is slavery. That's one of them. I'm going to tell you that right there. That's one of them. The giving of false praise to the Greeks, a custom which appears to be an educational policy conducted by educational institutions. This has led to the false worship of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle as intellectual gods in all the leading universities of the world. And in support of this intellectual worship, these institutions have also organized what are known as Greek letter fraternities and sororities as the symbols of the superiority of Greek intellect and culture. Come on now. Come on. To what? To give off an image. You feel what I'm saying? To give off an image of some superiority. Come on now. Come on. The second phenomenon is missionary enterprise, whereby the black people's culture has been caricatured in literature and exhibitions, and such specimens as provoke disrespect and laughter. Never let us forget that the Roman emperors Theodosius and Justinian were responsible for abolition of the Egyptian mysteries, that is the culture system of the black people, and also for the establishment of Christianity for its perpetual suppression. Now you know what suppression means, right? All right, come on now. Likewise, never let us forget when we are reviewing this bit of history that the Greeks called the Egyptians hoi agupatoi, which meant black people. In living up to their new philosophy of redemption, the life of the black people will have to be one of counteraction against these two sets of conditions. In the first place, the black people must adopt a negative attitude towards this type of phenomenon, because they have become fully aware that these phenomena are the results of a false tradition, and therefore also partake of the nature of falsehood and insincerity. In this negative attitude, the black people of the world must shun the false tradition and must teach the truth, which is their new philosophy of redemption. This must be done in the home of young children, in the colleges and schools to students, from the pulpits and platforms to audiences, and in the fraternities and sororities to young men and women. This new philosophy of redemption, being a revelation of truth in the history of black people's civilization, must become a necessary portion of their education and must be taught for generations and centuries to come, in order to fill them with inspiration and pride and liberate them from mental servitude. In the second place, in this negative attitude, the black people must demonstrate their disbelief in the false worship of Greek intellect. Come on now. Come on, you must do what? Come on now. Put it down. You give me, walk away. Walk away from this stuff. This should be done in the following three ways. They must discontinue the practice of quoting Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle in their speeches as intellectual models, because we know that their philosophy was stolen. They must relinquish membership from all Greek letter fraternities and sororities, and they must abolish all Greek letter fraternities and sororities from all colored colleges, because they have been a source of the promotion of inferiority complex and of educating the black people against themselves. We come down to the counteraction of the second set of phenomena, the mystery activities and defamatory literature and exhibitions which provoke disrespect for the laughter at the black people. Now Pete, what he said? None of this been done. None of this has been done. And we, we just really, this man died in 1950. He died in the 50s. You feel what I'm saying? None of this has been done. So what is it showing, even if you're within this culture, what is it showing people that look on the outside, inside this culture, that we don't listen? We don't, this man is sitting right here explaining to you the blueprint to us becoming a intellectual race, a successful race, and you're not doing it. You get what I'm saying? You're not doing it. Yes, we have free will. Yes, we do. We certainly do. You get me? We certainly do. It's time to take things our scholars, things our authors, you get what I'm saying, has given us, and start moving that in our lives. You get what I'm saying? Start moving it in your lives. Point blank, period. You get what I'm saying? We have been raised and structured in a society that was stolen from our ancestors and transformed into a way of trickery, where that you either gonna fail or you're gonna be successful. There's no in between. You get what I'm saying? There's no in between, and it's set up for you to fail. That's really what I want to say. You get what I'm saying? You have been raised in a society that is set up for you to fail. You get it? Now let's really, you know what I mean? You say you want to go to heaven. You say you are very into very intelligent. Then it's time to put some things, to make some steps, make some strides in your life. When I asked the Kemite culture to get up and start something, I don't know if I said it to you correct. This is starting something right here. Waking up praying. If you're a person that don't pray every day, waking up praying is starting something. You get what I'm saying? You're starting something productive and positive in your life. Let's end this chapter reading. Where are we at? Just as in the first set of phenomena, so is it in the second. The black people must adopt a negative attitude in their attempt to live up to their philosophy of redemption. Of course, they are perfectly well aware that the activities of missionaries are the result of their own miseducation through the medium of a false tradition about black people. But since their problem is also one of the emancipation from the certain social evils, the black people feel that they are entitled to a change in missionary policy. For these reasons, I suggest that the negative attitude of the black people should consist first of a boycott of missionary literature and exhibitions, and secondly, of a perpetual protest against these forms of missionary policy until a change is brought about. For as long as missionary enterprise maintains its policy of militancy against African culture, Price maintains its policy of militancy against African culture. The black people will be disrespected. This is the least that the black people are entitled to. Respectful treatment, but they are the representatives of the oldest civilization in the world, from which all other cultures have borrowed. I have frequently seen in the parish magazines of some European churches pictures of the following description: an African chief dressed in a new silk hat, a long shirt but no trousers, a frock coat and barefoot, probably to provide amusement for the parishioners and to excite their pity. This is what the black people must protest against, and this is how they must live up to their philosophy of redemption and work it out. In conclusion, let us remember that the unfortunate position of the modern church in being associated with the drama of Greek philosophy is excusable, because her missionary function has been due to the erroneous mandates, and edicts of secular princes and emperors who ruled the church when it was only a department of state. This bit of ecclesiastical history should be well known to the early branches of the Christian church, and consequently, they are the ones whom our enlightened age expects to initiate a change in missionary policy, which would free themselves from the error and superstition of human relations. This lead of the various branches of Catholicism should be followed by Protestantism, so that the entire Church of Christ on earth should be united in this racial reformation and carry to the mission field a practical gospel of happiness. That is happiness. That is happiness that must begin while we are here on earth. A gospel that is interested in the total welfare of the people. A gospel which ignores the social and economic rights of natives and emphasizes only happiness in an unknown world is one-sided, misleading, and contrary to Christian tenets and practice. It was early Christianity that established a dichotomy for the express purpose of solving the economic problems of its adherents, so that they might begin in their earthly life to experience what happiness really meant. It is evident that the benefits of religion are intended to the coextensive with human needs, and unless the Christian religion changes its missionary policy with respect to the culture of the black people, it will be difficult for them to obtain complete emancipation from the social injuries created by ancient Rome. Look, that's the end of this book, period. But that's the end of this chapter read. And, you know, we have to eliminate some things out of our life. You got what I'm saying? We have to really re-educate ourselves. We have to really stand firm and fast in the things that are here to continue to evolve us, continue to mend our wounds, continue to lessen our struggles. You feel what I'm saying? So if you just that person that's weak, you feel what I'm saying, that's weak, I think you need to, I really feel that you need to get some people around you with some strength that love you. And if you don't know what love is, and you don't know how to figure out if someone loves you, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what to show you. You feel what I'm saying? Because see, I can tell you who love me. I can tell you who don't love me. You feel what I'm saying? You get it? People that love you treat you with respect. And I'm going to leave it at that. People that don't love you, they treat you with no respect at all. You understand me? At all. There are people that come around you because they want information out of you. So they treat you nicely until they figure they can treat you badly. They had no respect and no love from you from the jump. They only love the information you can give them. Look, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. We have just wrapped up the Stolen Legacy read. You feel what I'm saying? Please, go back and review some things, restream some things if you are confused. Comment. You feel what I'm saying? Believe me, I'm going to answer. To the best of my knowledge, to the best of my wisdom, I'm going to answer your questions. You feel what I'm saying? So once again, I say to you, you know what I mean? You've been with the Nasty Pastor. As I said, we just wrapped up Stolen Legacy. Let's big up Mr. George G. M. James. You feel what I'm saying? For even taking a risk to publish a book that goes against all Greek culture, all Greek teachings. You understand what I'm saying? This book goes against it. Believe what I tell you. I'm out, and I love you.